guys. That was so wild. I've never done anything like that in my entire life. That was so crazy. Oh my God. Hey y'all, my name is Sara and welcome to my channel. And man, I have been living out of this thing for a few years now. And I've also been on an endless pursuit of self-healing, mental clarity, and personal autonomy. Currently, I'm learning the power of story and how important it is, not just for our own lives, but also for sharing with others. Finding the narrative within our own journey asks for a bit of self-reflection, and one of the tools that I like to use within this practice is the language of the stars, or astrology. Here is where I really get to zoom out by tracking the correlations of my personal experience alongside the waves of the celestial planets. After all, the way I see astrology, it is just our own personal mythology and a way for us to connect deeper to the freedom to be who we really are. So, that being said, this is the chart that I'm going to be using based off of my travels through Tennessee, and I'll pick a handful of transits occurring and explore them a little deeper. I'll preface by saying I'm not fluent in this language, but I do enjoy being a student of the stars, and hopefully it'll encourage you to take a peek into your own story as well. I'm still in Tennessee. I feel like it would take a lifetime to really explore this state, but I'm only on the eastern side of Tennessee, and I just have a rough time frame and a destination that I'm trying to get to. So I'm gonna head over to the next town. I'm in Johnson City, and I'm gonna try and go to Kingsport, find a coffee shop, work on the computer, get some work done, so that way I can feel better about finding some sort of wild nature to immerse myself in. So yeah, if I'm gonna do that, I better hit the road, and yeah, let's go. So to start at the very basics, the sun is positioned in Cancer, and it's passing through my 12th house of the subconscious. This mixture makes me think of the song Summertime Sadness by Lana Del Rey, and if you know it, then you might get the energy. Cancer, being a water sign, symbolizes our internal intuitive energies and emotions, and as a cardinal sign, Cancer kicks off the new season of summer, which is exciting, but in the transition, there's sometimes a melancholy found here when it is not quite the carefree and playful energy of Leo yet, but Cancer season does bring new opportunities, and as the new comes, so does the closure of the past. For me personally, this is passing through my 12th house and illuminating my connection to my spiritual and inner dream world. If there ever was a time for me to nurture this part of my life and dive deeper inward, journeying solo on the road might just be that time. So I made it to Kingsport pretty early and found a great little coffee shop to spend the day working in. I spoke about this in my last video, but the last couple of days I've been engaged more in trying to stay consistent on my work, fitness, and healing goals. Sun opposing my natal Saturn brings illumination to this, but also pulls me to want to balance my responsibilities with a bit of dreamy summer exploring. So after the coffee shop, I did just that. I started out to find some form of nature. So just made a mini smoothie, and I'm at this place called Bays Mountain Park. It's pretty cool, I want to do a trail up to a fire tower and then head back to town and get settled. There was a pretty cool nature space for some different animals. And I'm not a big advocate of zoos, but I was impressed with the homes that the animals are living in, because most of them were either injured or somehow unable to live in the wild. So when it comes down to allowing them to live in a little sanctuary, I'm all for that. Yeah, gonna eat the rest of this, try and get that trail done. It's supposed to be like for 3 hours or something. I'm kind of pushing my time, so gotta get going. The trail in this forest was so tranquil and rejuvenating, and at the same time, Mars and Venus are traveling together in a conjunction. This is a balancing energy. Mars is the god of war, Venus is the goddess of love and beauty. Their energies are intensified, and there could be a harmony of sorts, propelling action towards our desires. I personally felt compelled to make it to the end of the trail while also admiring the life surrounding me. Whenever I find myself out of the city and immersed in the wild, I think back to the quote, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished," by Lao Tzu. This speaks to me of balance and order within the natural world and how wonderful it is to experience once you just get outside. Alright, well, I didn't sweat all this sweat to not climb this thing. It does look pretty high, but we gotta go. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. There are a couple boards that have been broken, but I'm keeping my weight as much as possible on the steel. It's windy up here as well. So I made it to the fire tower, and after some time sitting high in the sky, taking a couple photos, and feeling like I conquered some sort of internal fear, I began to head back. But it wasn't that long before I began to hear something in the distance. So I'm hiking back from the fire tower right now, and oh wow, while I was in the forest I heard them howling, the wolves. They were just howling, and beautiful, but also slightly eerie because I have not seen very many people in this nature reserve, so I'm not sure if they've gotten out of their sanctuary or not, but their songs were just so lovely. It was drawing me in, so I kind of jogged closer and found them singing in unison, and I just joined in because I've never done anything like that in my entire life. That that was so crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just in awe. I feel like there are no words to describe how I feel right now. But appreciative because I was searching for some form of nature, and I was able to get this beautiful forest bath in the presence of some beautiful animals. So I think I'm gonna head back to the van. The sun is setting, and I'm going to, process all of this. Oh my god, so cool, so wild. One of the transits I wanted to explore deeper was the current Mercury opposing my natal Mercury. This is the messenger god and the planet of communication, transportation, intellect, and the like. Intuitively, I feel as if it's been a mirror for the container I've had to look at my process from a different perspective. This is about a week-long period where transiting Mercury is passing through my 12th house in Cancer, and this just feels like a dreamy abyss. And it's reflecting upon my natal Mercury sitting in my Capricorn 6th house. Naturally, I like to communicate and work in a methodical, slower-paced kind of way and keep things quite structured. But by traveling alone, I can look at my process from a different point of view. I haven't really been in the magnetic field of others as much, except for wild animals, that is. And because of this, I've had a unique experience for clearing my mental space. I'm learning that if I want to embody that which I align most with, it's important for me to step back from the details from time to time and understand that life is unbounded and doesn't always have to go according to plan. And I guess that's it. I'll leave it on that note, and thanks so much for reflecting with me.